So we're going to try and discover what Azure virtual machine extensions are available by region, and we're going to use PowerShell for that. So the first step is to connect to our Azure account. I'm going to use the PowerShell commandlet connect AzureRM account. Now that's us connected. So there's essentially 3 commandlets you use, and you need to pass the results from one into the other to retrieve a list. So the first commandlet is Get-AzureRmVMExtensionImagePublisher. So this basically gets a list of the VM publishers available. The next commandlet gets the type of an Azure extension. And then the Get-AzureRmVMExtensionImage gets all the versions of that extension. So these extensions must be installed via the Azure VM agent. So if your image has been spun up in Azure, the VM agent is already on that and you'll be able to install extensions. If it's not, you'll need to manually install the VM agent. So let's just run this. This can take a wee while to run as well. And there you'll see the list is starting to be retrieved. It's where you've got type and then you've got the version. And you can see Linux Chef client and a variety of different extensions being retrieved. So there's obviously quite a list being output there. So the next 2 lines of code will actually filter out onto something that we want to actually specifically find. So again, this time we pass the results of the first 2 commandlets into the last commandlet. Then we filter that using where object. And we're looking for something like Acronis. So Acronis is a piece of backup software. We're just interested in those particular extensions. So there you see now we've got more specific results by filtering on the type and where we were looking for Acronis. That's done in a couple of lines of code, not easily remembered. So the best thing to do is probably wrap it up into a function, a very simple function. We've created one here called find Azure extension. So in here we have 2 parameters. We're going to search by the location and by the type. So again, you'll see the 2 lines of code that we used previously. We've just put that in the process block and a little bit of error handling around it. So let's try this function. So we put in the location, have a look in the West US. Let's look for backup software. And there we have a list of all the agents related to backups. So now that we've finished running that, we can then disconnect from Azure. Thank you for watching this video.